Hey, what is up all? How you doing today? It is me, Just Rob Tech, back with another microphone review. And this time we are taking a look at the SE Electronics DynaCaster, potentially my new daily driver. Now, before we get into this review, I just want to make a few disclaimers. First of all, if you're coming to this channel expecting a well-treated room, that's not the case. I literally just have the bed, the carpet, some wardrobes, and that is it. That as far as room treatment goes. The other side of it is a lot of these reviews I do and I spend my own money on the products. So this is not any affiliation with anybody. This is literally what I've bought and what I've tested. Now on to the review. So what do you get in the box with the DynaCaster? Well, obviously you get the DynaCaster. You get a lovely SE Electronics very thick windsock. So I'm going to stick that on so you can see the branding. Yeah, you basically get that. You get some stickers. That's pretty much it, to be fair. Obviously you get your usual documentation. I don't know where the stickers are. So they're somewhere here. But yeah, you get some stickers, you get the DynaCaster itself, and obviously you get the windsock. Now, what you're listening to right now is the DynaCaster completely out the box. No filters engaged on OBS. This is straight out the box. I have it running on my PreSonus Studio 26C, running on phantom power, as this does have a SE Electronics Dynamite mic activator built into this, which allows me to use phantom power on it. I have the gain set to about 50%, or if you're working with a clock, to 12 o'clock. And this is how the microphone sounds completely out the box. The thing that comes with this on the back of the microphone itself is you have various switches. So the middle one is the switch that activates the dynamite. That will provide phantom power and allow you to run this on very affordable audio interfaces. So with your microphones such as the Rode Pod mic, the Rode Procaster, the Shure SM7b, which you would probably need a quite expensive preamps audio interfaces to use, which obviously they are very gain hungry microphones. The SM7b requires 59 dB of gain to power. Whereas something like this you can use on literally any audio interface that has phantom power and will allow you to use the microphone completely out of the box, which will be a considerable cheaper price than purchasing an SM7b. So I think this microphone sounds very good out the box. Obviously you can make some alterations to this. This is a dynamic microphone. It has various switches, including a low-pass filter, a high-pass filter, which it would allow you to obviously customize your sound. I've got it currently on the low-pass filter. I've got onto the first level, and the high filter I've got onto the first level as well. And I think it sounds pretty good. Obviously, you can fine-tune this microphone, so we will switch to my filter settings, and this is how you would hear me if I was live streaming or making a YouTube video. And here we are with the DynaCaster running the filters I use. Now, I use a combination of filters, so I have a noise suppression, I have a gain booster, which is boosting the audio by 6.9 dB of gain. I have a free-band equalizer. Not too much customized on that because I don't really need to. I have an expander, a compressor, a limiter, and a VST plugin. So this is how my microphone would sound if I was on stream or making a YouTube video. Let you know what you think it sounds like. Do I need to tinker with it? I don't really know. I'm just tinkering around as usual. But this is how the microphone sounds with some filters running through OBS. I think the microphone is very, very premium. This is probably one of my favourite microphones I've ever tested, and it probably would be my daily driver going forward. I love my Rodecaster microphone, but this I love the look of it. I love the style of it. I think the value is very good, considering what you get with this thing. Like, considering that's how some microphones cost. I mean, the SM7b is what, £400. This was £175, and being as it, you could basically pick this up with any affordable audio interface that runs phantom power. You're onto a winner. Whereas to purchase an SM7b with an audio interface, obviously you need a boom arm, XLR cable. You're probably looking at, you know, £600 to £700 for the kits, whereas this is considerably cheaper. So this is how the microphone sounds with my filters that I use. I've turned off the filters so we can test out the plosives and proximity effects of the microphone. So we'll do the plosives now. So Paul picked up Peter from the post office. They popped to the pub. They bought some pints, and they popped home and bought some pancakes. And we'll also do it with the windsock to see if that makes any difference. Paul picked up Peter from the post office. They popped to the pub. They bought some pints, and they popped home and had some pancakes. This does have an internal pop filter into it, so we will see if that produces any sort of residue plosives. So obviously we're talking directly into the mic. I usually like to have the microphone pointed at the side of my face to help remove plosives, but we'll talk directly into it. So Paul picked up some Peter and some pints. So I think it's pretty good, like pretty decent plosive ejection built out of the box. Obviously you can see the grill has some foam in it to help alleviate the plosives, and then that should just go straight back on like that. So yeah, very, very nice little bit of kit. And obviously we'll test out the proximity of the microphone, so we'll see if we can pick up some residue sounds and that. So we'll touch the boom arm first. And then we'll stop doing that. But that was the plosive test and the proximity test of the microphone. So what do I think of this microphone? I think it is an absolute winner. Like, I'm actually really surprised more like content creators are not using this, like for podcasts and for streams, purely for the quality and the value. And I don't even say value lightly. This is not a cheap microphone by any means. What I mean by value is the price compared to who this goes up against is considerably cheaper, and you're not missing out the quality. Like, this is in a class of its own. There's only like 1 or 2 microphones that I know that are dynamic and have a activator or mic booster built into it, like the Shure SM7b, which price-wise compared to this is like over double. Like, this was like £175. I think the SM7b is like almost £500, and that's not even considering the fact that you've still got to pick an audio interface to go with this, like you've got to do with the DB. But the price difference you would use to pay for this, and an audio interface and an XLR cable and a boom arm, is so much cheaper than what you would have to do to get the Shure SM7b or the Shure SM7b, the regular one without the mic activator, which you would then need to make sure your preamp on your audio interface could then power it. Like, that thing needs 59 decibels of gain. Well, like my PreSonus supplies 70. I think there's not many audio interfaces that can power that thing without the use of a cloud lifter. I wouldn't use a cloud lifter because that's another £150. I would probably get something like this, the Sub-Zero MB1, which was considerably cheaper, for does exactly the same thing, or the Clark Technic CT1. which was like £30. That micro activator I got was £30, so I wouldn't be spending £150 on a cloud lifter. Now, going back to the microphone, I think the features it has, like the internal shock mount, the internal pop filter, the switches at the back, like, it gives you a lot of options to get the great sound that it provides. I thought out of the box, compared to many microphones I've tested, it sounded really good. Obviously, with anything, you can make it sound better, so it does give you that sort of radio ambient voice that people like. I like the fact that, you know, I even like the windsock. I think I've tested a lot of windsocks over the years, and this is a very good quality windsock. I don't really use it because I have the microphone not pointing directly at my face, but across, so it will speak in front of it and collect it without producing too many plosives. But I even thought the plosive rejection on it was really good out of the box. It was a very, very, very good experience testing this, and this probably will be my daily driver going forward. I love my Rodecaster microphone, but this out of the box without too much tinkering has produced very good results. I love the design of it. I think in this today's market where everybody's trying to look like the SM7b, I think this produces a very, very fresh take on the broadcast microphone look. And, you know, I like in this day and age where every microphone coming out has got to be XLR and USB, whereas this is just XLR. You don't need to worry about it. You don't even need to get this particular model. This was £175. There is two models beneath this, which is the DM6, which has the same dynamite mic activator built into that, which I think is about £110, and you've got the DM3, which is the microphone without the activator built in. So that's more of a traditional dynamic microphone. And I think that's about £90 to £100. So you're getting more for what you would pay in that class, but this is undercutting so many microphones above it in price terms. So you're talking, even this is cheaper than the Rodecaster, and that's been out for what, 10-15 odd years. Obviously it's undercutting the Shure MV7, it's undercutting the SM7b, and I think it sounds very good. Now, I haven't tested those models because I don't really want to be paying £400-500 for microphones. I'd like to if I could, but I don't want to. And I wouldn't be able to justify it, because I think this microphone sounds very, very good for what it produces, and I think it is an absolute bargain. And it's not even a cheap microphone, so when I say bargain, I mean that it's punching above its weight and it's undercutting a lot of the big boys above it. So I think SE Electronics have made a very, very good microphone. I think it sounds amazing. I think it looks amazing, and I'm over the moon with it. I don't feel like I've wasted my money at all on it. I don't think I've spent too much. I think I've got a very, very good daily driver, and I'm very happy with it. So 2 thumbs up from me. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you think it sounds as good. Let me know in the comments. Leave a like, leave a subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you soon. But thank you very much for watching. This is the review of the SE Electronics DynaCaster, and I'll see you soon.